Jai Saparikar Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Jiu Ki Jai Jai Natilila Pravishtom Vishnu Padesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Natilila Pravishtom Vishnu Pad Paramahansa Statarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtom Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtom Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Nityalila Pravishtom Vishnupad Paramahansa Astatarasata Shri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Mahabhagavat Srila Gorkishore Das Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Srila Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Vaishnav Sarvabhaum Shri Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Shri Gaudiya Vedanta Charja Baladev Vijabhushan Prabhu Ki Jai Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai Shri Narottam Srinivas Yamananda Prabhu Trai Ki Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghuna Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghuna Shara Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Srila Swarup Damodar Rai Ramananda Adi Gaura Parsada Vrinda Ki Jai Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sikoho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Navadvip Dham Ki Jai Jai Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopi Gogo Vardhan Dvadashavanatmaka Shri Braj Mandala Dham Ki Jai Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Yamuna Ganga Tulsi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Jai Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ki Jai Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Chakra Jiu Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Puri Purushottam Kshetra Dhama Ki Jai Bhakti Vigna Vinashana Shri Nrsinga Dev Ki Jai Bhakta Pravara Shri Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai Charu Dham Charu Sampradaya Charu Acharya Ki Jai Akara Matraj Shri Chaitanya Mat Ki Jai Aranya Or Ananya Shakamat Samuha Ki Jai Shri Vishwa Vaishnav Raj Sabha Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai Tribhuvana Pavana Harinama Sankirtana Ki Jai Tribhuvana Mangala Harinama Prabhu Ki Jai Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Ki Jai Sachinandan Gaura Hari Ki Jai Shri Nityananda Mahajana Ki Jai Shri Pancha Tattva Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur Jaya Nitai Jaya Gaur Oh Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Gaura He Gaura He Gaura He Gaura He Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Gurun Dinataranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo mahabhadanyaya Krishna prema pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namani Gaura Tishe Nama Nityanandam Namastubhyam Premananda Pradayane Kalo Kalamashanashaya Janava Pataye Namaha. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhakta Akyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanshana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Brindai Tulsi Debai Priyai Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavachai Namo Nama Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. First of all, I'm offering my unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable beloved Gurudev Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Ashtatarasata Sri Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. And then I'm offering my same unlimited Dandavat Pranams and my Shraddha Pushpanjali at the lotus feet of my most worshipable beloved Siksha Gurudevs Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Ashtatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj and Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Ashtatarasata Sri Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Then I offer my Dandavat Pranams at the lotus feet of all of my Sri Sri Rupanuga Guru Varga and my Siksha Guru Varga. And my Dandavat Pranams to all the Vaishnavas and to all the Vaishnavis. So we're continuing with the reading of the Golden Volcano of Divine Love, which is taken from the conversations and the darshans given by Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj in the 1980s. They were given literally about 100 meters from here on the veranda of his Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. So we're very happy to be residing very close to his samadhi and his mandir and his bhajan kutir. And so when we read his books, which were given at that very place, we consider ourselves very, very fortunate to even pay obeisances there at that holy place. Srila Sridhar Maharaj resided there for about 50 years. And in his later years, his body became quite invalid. And he would simply be upstairs in his room and the veranda. And there is where devotees came from all over the world to personally hear him and meet him. And all those conversations, all those darshans were recorded. There's about 1,200 hours. And it's amazing. His Harikatha, nothing is repetitive, everything is so pure and spontaneously flowing from his heart, from his deep realizations. So we're reading this book, Golden Volcano of Divine Love, one of the books that have been printed by doing the transcription of those conversations. So we're reading the 5th shloka of the Sikshastakam. And the 5th shloka of the Sikshastakam, Srila Sridhar Maharaj titles his commentary, King of the Land of Love. King of the Land of Love. And that verse, Ai Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram, Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Budho, Kripaya Nijapada Pankaja, Stitadhuli Sadrisham Vichintaya. O son of Nanda Maharaj, I am your eternal servant. Yet, because of my own karma, I have fallen into this terrible ocean of birth and death. O son of Nanda Maharaj, I am your eternal servant. Yet because of my own karma, I have fallen into this terrible ocean of birth and death. So accept this fallen soul and consider me a particle of dust at your holy lotus feet. So, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying that here Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prays, O Lord, please consider me. I want to enter into the realm of your merciful glance. I do not know how to take proper care of myself. And so I invite your care. Please accept me and give me entrance. You are my guardian. I want to live under your protection. And who is he? Who is he? We hear of different conceptions of God. But here we have come to a beautiful conception of God. Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj. This is found only in Vrindavan. There was a great spiritual scholar named Raghupati Upadhyay. You may remember if you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan. He met him near to Mathura. Great devotee, very great spiritual scholar, Raghupati Upadhyay. So, there, they had a discussion, Mahaprabhu and him. And Mahaprabhu asked him, whom do we want to have as our master? Who? Who is the final goal of our life? Then Raghupati Upadhyay, he answered with this very well-known shloka. He composed it spontaneously on the spot. Shrutim apare smritim itare bharatam anye bhajantu bhavabhita aham iha nandam braje bande aham iha nandam bande yasya linde param brahma. So, because Raghupati Upadhyay is being asked, who should we worship? Right? So therefore, he first of all says, oh, there is a class of persons, they worship the Shrutis in the Vedic literatures. Yes. Why? Because they fear to take rebirth in this world. So those persons, they may follow the advice of the Vedic scriptures. Then there's another class, Bharatam anye bhajantu bhavabhita. And the others, they may follow Mahabharata. But as for me, because Mahaprabhu asked his opinion, what was his opinion? I follow Nanda Maharaj. I follow Nanda Maharaj in whose courtyard the absolute truth, the supreme absolute truth, he plays as a child. Now, in the system of the Varnashram Dharma, the Vedic social duty, so the people in general, they are under the guidance of the Smriti, Vedic laws. Smriti, Smarta. Now, in this way, they are engaged in bodily duties with a color of godliness, you see. Just a tinge of godliness. But it's mostly what? It's mostly bodily duties, according to Varnashram, Kshatriya, so forth. Now, those who are free from physical demands, however, those persons, who are trying to transcend this life of enjoyment and exploitation. Enjoyment, exploitation. That's all that's going on. Try to enjoy, try to exploit. So those persons who are free from physical demands, they are trying to transcend that life. So generally they take their guidance from the Upanishads. They try to follow the Upanishads because higher advice is given there in the Upanishads. So Raghupati Upadhyay says, I don't care for all these things, but I feel a need to follow the guidance of my heart. And I am not so much concerned with the brain. I want to follow the guidance of my heart. So I consider that real peace has its connection with the heart. If you want real peace, you cannot just do it through the brain. You must have connection with the heart. And my heart, where's my heart? My heart is always attracted by Krishna's father, Nanda. Krishna is said by the authorities to be the supreme absolute truth. Is he not? And that absolute, he's crawling in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. So I see concrete reality there. That's where concrete reality is, right there. So how has he attracted the supreme absolute truth? Therefore in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 8th chapter, verse 46, the devoted King Maharaj Parikshit, he asks the boy saint, Shukadev Goswami, this question. Nanda kim akarod brahman shreya eva mahodayam yashoda cha mahabhaga papo yasya stanam hari. This is our Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. He used to quote this verse quite often in his preaching. So King Parikshit is asking this question to Shukadev Goswami, and the question is, O you who are the knower of Brahman. What is Brahman? Absolute truth. Brahman, the supreme absolute truth from whom everything comes. So, O knower of Brahman, you are always merged in the exclusive conscious world. You're not in this external world. No trace of any mundane objective reference can be found in you. For you are always engaged in the subjective world of spirit. Never is your consciousness thrown towards this objective world of ours. So he's glorifying Shukadeva Goswami, that you are in this perfected transcendental, you don't have any tinge, not any slight distraction, nothing of this world. So, and you are saying that Krishna is the supreme absolute truth. So, I ask one question of you, my master. What duty did Nanda discharge? What sort of realization did Nanda have that the absolute truth is so intimate with them that he appears as Nanda's son and he crawls about in his courtyard? He seems to be under Nanda's clutches. So what is this? This is a most wonderful thing. Is it possible? So the yogis and the rishis and the great scholars and the penance makers, tapasvis, they say that sometimes in their practice they may have a very rare peek into the object of their aspiration, the object of their realization. They may get a slight, very rare peek into that. And then they come back suddenly from that vision. They can't keep their attention in that plane for long periods of time. So, how is it possible that the Supreme Substance sits on the lap of Yashoda and sucks her breast? How is it possible? If such things are real, if it is at all possible, then why should I not be attracted by that method by which I can have so much intimacy and with the highest entity? So in his prayer, this Raghupati Upadhyay, he expresses a similar ego. And he says, I don't want to be entangled in the subtle discussion and the analysis of the scriptures. And I just want to surrender myself to Nanda and to his party. I want to enlist my name in the group where Nanda is the master guide. So, by the exercise of energy, Srila Sridhar Maharaj is calling karma to be the exercise of energy. By that, we can attain a good destination. Without faith in the achievements of karma, we may try for salvation by raising our consciousness through jnana. But if we inquire into the solution of life with the help of the experts of that higher spiritual realm, like Nanda and his party, then we can enter into the land of love and dedication. Yes. Srila Sridhar Maharaj often speaks of this. He says, this material world is the land of exploitation. And the objective, the goal of the jnanis is the world of renunciation, which is just the opposite of exploitation. But the middle road, that road which can give us our ultimate achievement, our ultimate attainment of our soul, that is called the land of dedication. That is our natural position. And many times Srila Sridhar Maharaj speaks about that as being the true home of the soul. Home, sweet home, he would say. This is the real home. So, Raghupati Upadhyay is basically saying that if we inquire into the solution of life with the help of the experts of that higher spiritual realm, like Nanda Maharaj and his party, then we can enter into the land of love and dedication. So my faith, Raghupati Upadhyay is saying, my faith, my common sense about religion, it tells me that if I see that absolute truth who is so rare, and I find him, his real, concrete, and intimate, appealing directly to my heart, then why should I engage myself in wild goose chasing? You know that term? Wild goose chasing. It's an English term. That you want to seek after something, that you want to chase down something which is like a wild goose. You'll never catch it. It will always evade you. So that's called wild goose chasing. Srila Sridhar Maharaj is using that terminology. For what? That no need. Why should I engage myself in wild goose chasing? No. I want to have that true, that real, concrete, and intimate, direct relationship with the Supreme Absolute Truth. So, I shall appeal directly to the object of my search. I shall appeal directly to the object of my search. This is all commentary on that 5th shloka of Sikshastakam. So if someone tells me that a hawk has snatched my ear, a bird, a hawk, that it has snatched my ear, should I chase the hawk without first touching my ear to see if it is still there? Should I go off chasing? Someone tells me, oh, the hawk has snatched your ear. You're going to go running off? No, first you touch. No, my ear is still there. What are you talking about? So should I chase the hawk without first touching my ear to see if it is still there? So, if I can have the absolute truth so intimately, then why should I allow myself to run hither and thither? If I find that the absolute truth has kindly come with all his charm, and that his charm is not a secret, and many personages are being attracted by him, then should I run after the phantasmagoria of the meditationists or the abstractionists and the renunciationists? Never. I shall never run after that. So, it is common sense. The straight understanding is given by authorities that Krishna, the son of Nanda, is supreme. So when we have come up to that standard, then we can ask. And here he's asking, like Mahaprabhu is asking. When we have come to that standard, then we can ask, O son of Nanda Maharaj, Krishna, King of the country of love, I appeal for your affection. I am your servant, and I feel within myself that I have some connection with you. And I am subordinate to you, but somehow I am in adverse circumstances. What are the adverse circumstances mentioned by Mahaprabhu in this verse? He says, Ai Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddho. O son of Nanda Maharaj, Krishna, I am your eternal servant. but somehow or other, I have fallen, patitam mam, vishame bhavam buddho. I have fallen into this horrible, ghastly material ocean of material existence. So, I somehow I am subordinate to you, but somehow I am in these adverse circumstances. So I feel that there are so many enemies within me that are trying to take me away from you that I can't give my attention to you all the time. But at the same time, I feel from the inner plane of my heart that you are my master. You are all in all to me. And my heart won't be satisfied without your companionship. So, I appeal to you. I am under unfavorable circumstances. I am suffering, and without your grace, I don't find any means of relief from my present imprisoned position. So here it is said, Mahaprabhu is telling, I feel that I am not eternally connected with you. This is my feeling. If it were so, then this separation, this would have been impossible. If I was actually connected with you, this separation would be impossible. So, unlike an avatar, I am not your plenary portion. Right? We are not avatars. We are not svamsha expansions. He says, so unlike an avatar, I am not your plenary portion. Other incarnations of the Supreme Lord, they are plenary expansions of Him. They are svamsa. But the jiva is a partial representation of His potency. What's the term in Sanskrit? Vibhinamsha. Vibhinna amsha. Differentiated part and parcel. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that the living entities, they are His eternal parts and parcels. So the soul comes from the marginal potency. Krishner tatashta shakti bed abed prakash. And the soul is an atomic fragmental part of the Lord's potency, like a ray of the sun. But here, the devotee prays, I am not part and parcel of your own body. I'm not even a ray. But my representation is nearer to that of a particle of sand or a particle of dust. Not even a particle of the ray coming out of the luster of your body. So in this way, Sriman Mahaprabhu is representing on our behalf that our petition must be of this type. Our petition, our request must be of this type. That what? Quote, I cannot indulge myself in thinking that I possess such fortune that I may be considered an inseparable part of you. Please be kind upon me, but I also want your grace. Please be kind upon me. I invoke your mercy for a special grant. So accept me in any position in your connection, even the lowest position. At least this must be sanctioned. Consider me a particle of dust at your feet. This is my prayer. So this is the conclusion of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's short illumination on this fifth shlok of Sikshastakam. So that fifth shloka, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his book Bhajan Rahasya, he's commenting on the 8 shlokas of Sikshastakam also, with 8 different chapters. And he's also explaining there that this stage, the 5th shloka of Sikshastakam, is representing the stage of ruchi. When the devotee comes to the stage of ruchi, then he can pray like this. Because why? Because now not interested in anything of this world, like the previous shloka, shloka 4, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitamba jagadisha kamaya. So there, in that 4th shlok, then Mahaprabhu is teaching us to pray. Mama janmani janmanishvare bhavatad bhaktir ahoitu ki tvai. Ahoitu ki tvai. Bhakti. I don't want anything, only this. Even liberation, even escaping from the cycle of birth and death, I don't want. I want only this one thing. Mama janmani janmanishvare. Birth after birth. That I will what? I will have unalloyed service to you. So that stage is really entering into the stage of ruchi. But this 5th shloka of Sikshastakam is describing entering into the stage of the next stage, asakti. And in the stage of asakti, it's the final stage before the dawning and the descent of bhav avastha into the heart. So in that stage, now the devotee awakens to this realization that, oh Krishna, you are the son of Maharaj Nanda. You are my only Lord. I don't have any other object except for you. Ai Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram. I am your eternal servant. That realization has come in the heart. Ai Nanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddho. But somehow I have been separated from you. I have fallen into this material ocean, this horrible material ocean of existence, material existence. So, please be kind upon me. Kripaya nija pada pankaja. Please be merciful. Give your kripa to me. Because I have nothing else. I'm completely dependent upon you. I've given up everything of this world. So I'm begging you, like Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying, even the lowest position, please award that to me. I cannot live without this. I am your eternal servant. So, Nijapada Pankaja Stitudhuli Sadrisham Vichintaya. Give me an eternal position like a particle of dust at your lotus feet. So this is the dawning of the beginning of our realizing our permanent rasa with Krishna. That will dawn in the heart. So much commentary is there in Bhajan Rahasya by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So now the next verse is the 6th shloka of Sikshastakam, and this is titled Hankering for Perfection. So here, this stage, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying this is the stage when bhav bhakti, shuddha sattva visheshatma, prema suryamsu samya bhak, ruchibis chittama shrinya, kridaso bhava uchate. Rupa Goswami is telling, this is the stage of bhav bhakti. In bhav bhakti there is no more possibility of falling. Why? Because now now Shuddha Sattva has come into the heart. Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma. Prema Suryamshu Samyabhak. It is actually a particle of a ray of prema. Prema Surya Amshu Samyabhak. A particle of a ray of prema is coming in the heart. So that causes the devotee to be overwhelmed by different ecstasies. Ruchi bis, chitta mashrinya. His heart becomes completely melted and softened by different types of ruchi. And that is explained in more detail in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. What different types of tastes, ruchis. So in that stage, the devotee is no longer in the category of a sadhak, a practitioner. Now he is in the category of siddha. And he is in the beginning stages of uttam adhikar. He has realized his siddha swarup. What is his perfected spiritual form? And now he's fully absorbed day and night, 24 hours a day. Seva sadhaka rupena, siddha rupena chatrahi. In his sadhak deha, he's performing all the activities like the 6 Goswamis did externally. But in his siddha deha, what is going on? Oh, he is completely absorbed 24 hours in Radha and Krishna's beautiful Ashtakal Leela pastimes. 24 hours of their spiritual pastimes throughout the day and night. So now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is expressing how the devotee feels in that stage. And there is intense hankering. That's why the title is Hankering for Perfection. Now there's nothing else, only this constant hankering for perfection. So Mahaprabhu is teaching. Nayanam galad ashrudharaya Vadanam gadgada rudhaya gira Pulakair Nichitam Vapukada Tavanama Grahane Bhavishyati. Tavanama Grahane Bhavishyati. I'm reading that once more. If you know this shloka, you can say it along with me. Nayanam galad ashrudharaya Vadanam gadgada rudhaya gira Pulakair nichitam vapukada Tavanama grahane bhavishyati. So here Mahaprabhu is saying, O Lord, when will tears flow from my eyes like waves? And when will my voice tremble in ecstasy? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end while chanting your holy name? So Srila Sridhar Maharaj is telling that in this verse, the devotee's prayer, which prayer? From the previous verse. That keep me as a particle of dust at your lotus feet. So he's saying in this verse, the devotee's prayer has been granted. And he has acquired a position in Krishna's domain. Now, his ambition has no end. No end. Although he is posted in a safe position, but he is again praying for further promotion. What is that further promotion? Praying. Now first, he aspired only for a very insignificant position as the dust under the soles of Krishna's divine feet. But then the grant came. The grant came, and the touch of Krishna's holy feet came to the dust. And the dust was converted as if by a magic wand. Now a greater, higher demand automatically comes. The devotee thinks, what is this? I prayed only to become the dust of the soles of your feet, but what do I now feel within me? I am the dust of the earth, and you are the supreme absolute truth. But by the very touch of your lotus feet, dust has been converted into such a great and inconceivable substance. I wonder, how is it that I have been transformed? Now I find that my demand is for greater intimacy. First, I aspired for servitude, but now, by the touchstone of your lotus feet, that hope has been converted into spontaneous attraction, rag marg. I've not heard this ever expressed in this way before. How Srila Sridhar Maharaj has expressed this. The grant has been given. Now from that shlok, now, because of the dust being touched by the transcendental lotus feet of Krishna, it's been converted into a higher substance. And now, simply hankering. So, this touchstone of your lotus feet, my servitude has been converted into what? Spontaneous attraction. Ragmarg. So spontaneous attraction, it can only mean Krishna, not Narayan or Ramchandra. This Ragmarg is only to Krishna, no one else. Krishna means one who is worshipped by divine love and affection. There are so many definitions to the word Krishna. If you read the first shloka of the Brahma Samhita, our Gurudev's version, which has the commentary of Jiva Goswami in it, and the commentary of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Jiva Goswami, in that first shloka, it's like 20 pages long. And he gives definition after definition after definition, how the two syllables, Krishna, what is the meaning of that? But here, one meaning is being given by Srila Sridhar Maharaj, that this word, Krishna, means one who is worshipped by divine love and affection. That's the meaning of the word Krishna. So he is the king of affection. He is the center of affection and love. And the devotee's whole conception of devotion changed just by coming in touch with Krishna's lotus feet. And he was graced by the demand for more intimacy, for greater love and affection. It came to grace that servitor. He was raised to such a plane of dedication that his prayer has changed. He thinks, what is this? I can't check my tears. What is this? What is happening to me? I can't check my tears. They are coming incessantly. And when I try to chant your name, O my Lord, I feel that I am losing control. Some interference from another quarter is moving me and is disturbing my normal thinking and my aspirations. I feel I am in the midst of another plane. I am nowhere. I have lost control. I have become a doll in the hands of some other power. My aspiration is taking me towards something else. So now, I not only want a connection with you as a servitor from a distance, but coming in touch with the magic wand of your lotus feet, my aspiration has changed. And I see that so many devotees are engaged in your service and chanting your name, and seeing this, my hopes have been raised. I want to be lifted to that position. I can visualize that position from far away. But now, my earnest prayer I want to be lifted to that position. I can visualize that position from far away. But now, my earnest prayer is that I may be raised to that level. Your connection has given me such thirst. I want to be handled by you. Play with me as you like, in your own way. My heart hankers after such a relationship with you. When I chant your name with this feeling, I find that my previous conception has changed, and my new hankering is for the standard of spontaneous love. I pray that you lift me into that plane of your divine affection and love. That's the illumination of the 6th verse. And now we'll do the illumination of the 7th verse, which is also very short. We'll complete that. Yes, it's very short. Because our Prabhuji here, he has been attending the classes, but he has to leave for Bangalore next week. Or you're going to Puri first, right? Yeah, you're going to Puri first. Yeah. So we have these classes on Sunday, on Tuesday, and on Thursday. So you're leaving this Wednesday. The week, the next week. So we have Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and another Tuesday. Ah, okay. So, huh?
I won't be here to Puri.
When? On the 9th. But today is what? 6th. Oh. You're leaving on the 9th for Puri, but then you're coming back here and leaving from here for Bangalore, yes? Which day you come back?
17.
Okay.
18, 19, 20, 21st. 22nd we are leaving.
So you'll be here 4 days. Okay. So anyway, we're reading this, and we'll conclude our class after these 3, 4 pages. So the 7th verse of the Sikshastakam is actually the shortest in Sanskrit. It's the shortest verse. But what is it representing? It's representing the mood of perfection in prema. That the devotee has attained the highest stage, in the stage above, where there's extreme mood of separation. And that is the mood expressed by Srimati Radhika and the gopis. So this 7th verse of the Sikshastakam is telling, Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. You can repeat. Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. O Govinda, without you, the world is empty. Tears are flooding my eyes like rain. And a moment seems like forever. Here the word yuga, yugaitam. But here, the translation, he's saying, a single moment, it feels like forever, in separation from you. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj says, sometimes this verse is translated, O Govinda, without you, I feel a moment to be 12 years or more. Because the word yuga is sometimes translated as 12 years. Some devotees, they say this, that this is because Mahaprabhu experienced the most intense separation from Krishna in the mood of Radharani for 12 years in Puri. You'll be going to that place. Gambhira, 12 years. Ramananda Roy, Sarup Damodar. And for 12 years, he didn't come out very much at all. And he was merged in that mood. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj is saying, some devotees express it like that. In the Sanskrit dictionary, it is said that one yuga means 12 years. That is one conception. And another meaning is a millennium or an age. A yuga can also mean an unlimited amount of time. Now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says in this verse, one moment seems like an unlimited period of time. And my eyes are shedding tears like rain. The rainy season produces so many floods, and now it seems to me that my eyes are flooding. The visible is becoming invisible to me. And I am so withdrawn from the present environment that I can't see anything. My mind feels so much internal attraction towards the center of the infinite that wherever I cast my glance, I see nothing. Everything appears vacant because I feel as if Govinda has withdrawn from me. So such a peculiar sort of feeling is within me. I have no interest in anything. All my interest is drawn towards Govinda, and to such a degree that I am a stranger to my present environment. I have nothing, no consciousness. It has gone somewhere else. It has gone towards the infinite. So when there is a drought, then all the rivers and the lakes dry up when a drought comes. The water is drawn towards the gas world. Nowhere is a drop of water to be found. So it is something like that. All charm is withdrawn so extensively that everything is empty. My senses, my mind, and everything else has been drawn up, attracted by the all-attractive, the all-charming, the all-sweet personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, reality the beautiful. There's a book by him, Search for Sri Krishna, Reality the Beautiful. So sometimes it seems that the gap between union and separation is like so many millennia. And a devotee thinks, I have lost the consciousness of meeting Krishna long, long ago. That's how he's thinking. I have lost that consciousness of meeting Krishna long, long ago. The devotee has a faint remembrance. What does he remember? Like this: I had some union with Krishna, but I left that so far behind, so far off, that it appears to be an unlimited gap of time. I once had a faint recollection, but now it is gone. Perhaps forever. He feels such a great degree of disappointment and despair. This is the standard of the infinite world. You want to go to the infinite world? This is the standard. This is the standard of the infinite world. Prepare yourself. He says, just as we measure the distance of the planets and the stars by light years, right? Distance, light years. So similarly here, the transcendental temperament is being measured by such a standard. What audacity we have to deal with things so great and so beyond our jurisdiction. So at first, the devotee, he thought, like this, he thought, at first, if I am raised to that standard of service, my heart will be fulfilled. Right? The devotee was thinking like that. And my thirst will be quenched. And I will feel some ease, and I will feel some satisfaction within me. But the development of his devotion, it took him to an unexpected plane of life. So it is the nature of divine love that when a drop of that medicine is given to a hankering patient, then the patient thinks he is cured, but he is taken into a dangerous position. He thinks, oh, seeing the devotees shedding tears incessantly, the hairs of their bodies standing on end, their voices choked up while chanting the name of Krishna. When I see the devotees like that, then I was very charmed. And those symptoms attracted me. And I thought that if I could attain this, then I would feel real satisfaction. But upon attaining that plane, what do I find? Just the opposite. Coming into real connection with the infinite, coming into real connection with the infinite, he feels hopeless. He thinks, there is no limit to progress. There is no limit to progress. Rather, as much as I come in intimate connection with the infinite, to that degree I feel hopeless. The more we advance, the more we find it unlimited, right? The more we advance, the more we find it unlimited, and finding it unlimited, we become hopeless. But we can't turn back. What can we not do? We can't turn back. No possibility anymore. You cannot turn back. Even though you feel hopeless, there is no possibility of retracing our steps. We can only go ahead. This is the spirit of a genuine devotee. And finding the infinite characteristic of our prospect, we can't leave. We become hopeless, thinking, oh, the highest kind of nectar is just before me, but I can't taste it. I am unable to touch it or to get it in my fist. But still, its charm is so great that I can't retreat from this entanglement. And without that, a small span of time seems like millions of years. So the devotee thinks, oh, long ages, for long ages, they have passed away. But still, I am in want. I am trying to get it, but I can't get it. And time is passing. And time is also infinite. So many rivers of tears take birth from my eyes. Tears profusely run down from my eyes over my body, but I don't find the position of success within my reach. And my mind is fully vacant. I can't find any trace of my future. I have no charm, no attraction for anything else that might seem to console this diseased body. I find no possibility of solace from any other quarter. All alternatives have been eliminated. I am fully in the clutches of Krishna consciousness and love of Krishna. I am fully in the clutches of Krishna consciousness and love of Krishna. And if there is anyone who can come to my relief, help me. I am lost. I am helpless. If there is anyone who can help me, please come to my rescue. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says that when we are deeply situated in love of Krishna, we can't leave it. But our thirst increases, and we feel no satisfaction. And we are in the midst of such an apparently horrible position. Apparently. Doesn't it sound pretty horrible, what we've been hearing here? You might be thinking, oh, horrible. I don't want to go there. But no. This is the highest nectar. So, we are in the midst of such an apparently horrible position. And the hankering for Krishna, which awakens in one's mind, it takes this direction, this hankering. When a devotee really comes in connection with Krishna, his position will be all eliminating and all exclusive. His complete concentration will be on Krishna. So in this verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes how a devotee goes further and awakens a higher conception of Krishna. And then, seeing Krishna just before him, but not getting him, he feels this kind of separation. And the more he progresses, the more he finds himself in this position of hopelessness. This highest advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it helps us adjust ourselves to this intense mood of separation. He tells us, you are going to be lost in Krishna consciousness. And what will be your position? You are a drop, and you will be thrown into the ocean of divine love. Gaur Premanandi. So, Sikshastakam, Mahaprabhu's instructions. And to hear from such a deep, fully realized, perfected personality. Srila Sridhar Maharaj is showing us all the subtle nuances. What is being inferred? What will be our condition in that stage? And he's walking us through that. But it appears hopeless. It appears that way. But it is not. It is the greatest hope. It is the greatest hope. So that completes 7 shlokas. In our next class, we will try to complete the 8th shloka. I don't know if we will be able to on Tuesday, but we will try. Because the 8th shloka, remember, I was looking at it, and it has something, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we can do it. We can do it. We'll complete the 8th shloka. But then you'll have to run off to Jagannath Puri, so you can sit there in the Gambhira and meditate on Sikshastakam and everything that you heard, and how Mahaprabhu was relishing and tasting these 8 shlokas, and how he was explaining it in the final chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, how he's explaining it to Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai. Yes. And then you'll come back here from Jagannath Puri, and then you'll be completely hankering to hear the conclusion. So if you have time at that time, we will read the conclusion, part 3 of this book. And that, I also counted the pages. There's something like 20 pages. Yeah, 24 pages. So probably we won't be able to finish that when you return. How many, you're coming on 17th, and how many class days is there? The 17th of August. 17th is a Thursday. 17th of August is a Thursday. Yeah. And you're leaving on the 22nd, you said? Yeah, so that means a Sunday class is still there, but the 22nd is a Tuesday, so maybe Sunday class, maybe that class. We will see. Go over here.
You are not coming, Maharaj?
Huh?
You are not coming for the Guru?
No, not this time.
You will be here only?
Huh?
You will be here only, Maharaj?
I will be here. Yes.
What about this Kartik?
Kartik going to Vrindavan. Every year, except only 1 year in 2009, when our Gurudev told me to stay in Los Angeles. I didn't come that year for Kartik, but every year since 1994, every year I've been at Kartik, Rajmandala Parikrama. So I will come there for 2 months. I'll come sometime around the middle of September, and I'll return back in, September, no, the middle of October, because of Purushottam month, it's later. And then I'll come back around the middle of December. So for about 2 months I'll be there. And you?
I'm planning to come over here.
Yeah, to Navadvip. Oh, why don't you come to Braj and do Braj Mandala Parikrama? Huh? Huh?
Let's think it over.
Do you have 1 month that you can come for? Oh, have you ever done the Braj Mandala Parikrama? Oh, you've done.
Every year I used to come.
Huh?
Every year I used to come.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so many times I've met you, Maharaj.
Yes.
You for Govardhan Puja down. You take
For-
different devotees bus from
Oh, to that other smaller place with this less crowds.
yes.
Yeah.
I used to join them.
Okay. Acha, acha. What about you, Prabhuji? You're going to Puri also? No. But you're going to Braj for Braj Mandala Parikrama? Very good. Very good. Yeah, I mean, why not? It just so happens that we're in a human body. That's not very usual thing in this material world, right? Right? We know that from Shastra. Very rare to get a human birth. And it just so happens that in this human birth, we've come to the lotus feet of Sri Guru Gauranga and Radha Govinda. And it just so happens that we're in the holy Dham, the most auspicious place to be. So, we cannot miss the opportunity. We cannot miss this opportunity to go to Braj and to immerse ourselves in the Harikatha of Braj Mandala Parikrama. I remember so many years with our Gurudev, so many sweet, sweet parikramas. From 94 until his departure in 2010. So sweet, unforgettable, unforgettable. So many samskaras are there. So I don't want to deprive myself. Unless I have to be carried there as the body is aging, if I have to be carried there on a stretcher, onto an airplane, and flown there, and then put on a bullock cart, lying down, go on the parikrama. My Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, I was with him in those final weeks in Vrindavan. And he told us, I want to go to Govardhan. And it was also during Kartik month. Yeah, because he passed away on the 14th of November. Kartik, middle of Kartik. And he told that I want to go to Govardhan on a bullock cart. Do you ever heard about that pastime of his? Huh? Oh, it's so amazing. And all the devotees became completely shocked. Because Prabhupada's condition, you've probably heard before, he was simply lying there, nothing. His body had deteriorated completely. Could barely not even sit up. And now he's instructing, wants to go on a bullock cart. So this one Lokanath Swami from ISKCON, he used to take the bullock cart all over India. So now it became his job to try to arrange the bullock cart and all of that. And they were trying to do this. But all the devotees were meeting together and talking, how can we do this? Certainly Srila Prabhupada will leave this world. Certainly he'll leave in this condition. How can we do that? But you know what? It ended up that they didn't take Prabhupada, and they were trying to express their concern that he'll leave. But you know what our Gurudev says about that? He wanted to go there, and that's where he wanted to leave his body. So they did not allow him to go out of their concern, right? But he went anyway. That's what our Gurudev told. He went anyway. And when Srila Prabhupada was lying in his bed, in the final moments, in that exact room there, at the Krishna Balaram Mandir in Vrindavan, Prabhupada was lying on his side. And Srila Narayan Maharaj came some little bit of time before his final moment. And when he saw that, all the devotees, we were surrounding his bed. And the room was completely packed, not 1 inch. And kirtan is going on. And Prabhupada was only lying there. And how his arms were in the bed, how his legs were in the bed, you know what Srila Narayan Maharaj told? Dancing pose. He has gone to the Ras Leela. You see. So, All of these very deep impressions are there. And therefore we should not hesitate every single year to try to go to the Braj Mandala Parikrama. Are you coming back from Bangalore for that? Okay. Otherwise I'd chastise. Yes. Okay, any further questions or comments by anybody?
Those two verses that Sridhar Maharaj is describing about how we are to feel in separation.
How we are to what? You have to turn it on. It has to be turned on.
Like how we are.
Is it? Yeah, it's
Our
turned.
sadhaka has to meditate in mood of separation.
Yeah.
So can any sadhaka without like adhikar, can he meditate on this?
You just answered your question. You asked, can any sadhaka without adhikar meditate on that? Of course not. You have to have adhikar.
Means like you fake it until you get it.
Huh?
You fake it until you get it. Can you fake
No,
it?
no, 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 no. You cannot fake it. No, I've heard that statement before. Fake it until you make it or something. I never heard Srila Prabhupada say something like that. Never, never. No. You should not imitate. Well, how are you going to fake moods of separation? This is what the Prakrita Sahajiyas do. They try to fake, oh Krishna, oh, crying tears even. All fake.
I mean not in front of everybody, but
What?
not in front of everyone, but personally, like when you're chanting or doing it.
Listen, if you feel for a moment in your heart some little arising of some little separation mood, you should consider yourself very fortunate, but you should also consider yourself very unqualified. That only some little special mercy coming like this. Because Krishna will give mercy. In our attempt to progress in our sadhana, there will be encouragement. Krishna will help, sadhus will help, there will be help. But this is very rare. Actual separation.
So how do we take this, like we are wordless, and how do I, as a sadhaka, inculcate that in my life?
No, it is done through the gradual progression in the stages of bhakti. If you read, you know this book, Madhurya Kadambini by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. That book is giving every detail, how we will have to go step by step. Suppose that somebody is like in the stage they have Shraddha, then they come into Sadhu Sangha, and in Sadhu Sangha, now their faith becomes stronger, and in Sadhu Sangha, they gain a connection with the sadhu and they take initiation, and in that Sadhu Sangha, now they're hearing, chanting, doing all their activities, bhajana kriya. Bhajana kriya is going on. This is a long process, not just for a couple of years. This is a whole lifetime or multiple lifetimes. Bhajana kriya. Why? Because until the anarthas have been cleansed from the heart, no possibility of coming to the higher stages. No possibility of coming to the stage of nishta, of coming to the stage of ruchi. No. But one thing is, our Gurudev told, and this is a very interesting remark by him. He said, actually, ruchi, in the association of someone who has ruchi, hearing from them, that ruchi can come down and touch persons, only touch, in the stage of anartha nivritti even. In that stage, ruchi can come down by that powerful association. That is the meaning of real sadhu sangha with Braj Rasik Mahabhagwat Vaishnava. They have such power and such potency that through their internal moods spilling out from their heart on the audience can momentarily feel. You know what that's called? That's called Bhav Abhas. Like a reflection or like... yeah. So it's not Bhav, but it's an Abhas in the presence of that personality. And when that personality departs from our associate, then that goes away. But that is very, very fortunate. Very fortunate bhakti unmukha sukriti and samskaras are created from that, you see. So this is why Rupa Goswami is telling in the Upadeshamrita that you have to have dhairyat. Utsahan, nishchayad, dhairyat. Without dhairyat, how you can actually progress? Dhairyat means that now you're coming into the stage of nishta and you're not in the anishtita bhajan stage. Unsteady, in so many ways unsteady. But steadiness is what is required. And as we progress through this process of bhakti, then we can begin to aspire for what? Shuddha bhakti, uttama bhakti. And that is the progression we just heard of the Sikshastakam. And finally, na dhanam, na janam, na sundar. I have no other. No other. So that's a high stage. To come to the stage of ruchi is also quite rare in this world. Most devotee sadhakas are in various stages of kanishta, various stages. But if someone comes to kanishta uttam stage, then they're about to come into the madhyam stage, then they're very fortunate. Because they have executed the process of sadhana bhajan very sincerely, very faithfully. Many anarthas are being removed from the heart. And then we can come. Nashtak prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. That verse, Bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd chapter of 1st canto. Whole formula is there. So when we hear about these separation moods, the more that our heart becomes cleansed, the more this becomes attractive to us. You see? The more we realize this is the goal of life. Oh, when will that day come? When will that day come? When will that day come? Kabe habe bolo se dinay amar. When will that day come? So all of the songs of our acharyas, that is part of our sadhana, to sincerely sing those songs and to deeply enter the mood of that song and to pray that the mood of the great acharya, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, how their moods can enter our heart. To pray sincerely like that. So we have been given all the instruments, but we lack certain things from our side. That was all expressed earlier on, Srila Sridhar Maharaj. But we should never be discouraged, because we cannot entertain any thought that there's something else that I should be doing. No, there is nothing else. A Vaishnava can be working in the material world as a grihasta, maintaining family and so forth. And he can still be a pakka Vaishnava, because internally those moods have to be cultivated. And externally, when not at the job, sadhan bhajan, sadhan bhajan, sadhan bhajan. You see. So, we'll have to give up the enjoying tendency, as Srila Sridhar Maharaj points out, the exploitation tendency. We'll have to give up this renunciation tendency, impersonalism, and so forth. And we'll have to become absorbed in dedication. And that's the solution. That's the ultimate formula, and it is the solution to all of our problems, all of our unfulfilled desires, everything. That's the solution. So we should just be, we should pray that we can become real sadhaks. That's what we should pray for. That I can become a real devotee, a real sadhak. We are only sadhak abas, right? That's, and we're thinking, oh, how can I enter into separation moods? No. But still, sincere hankering, with the full realization that I have no adhikar at all. But only if one day it can come. That's not illegal. We can do that. But to imitate or to then become proud that I had some little feeling in my heart, something like that, that is the symptom of a neophyte. But somebody who's actually progressing in bhakti, they'll never show outwardly anything like that. This is all very confidential, internal of their development. Yeah, they won't. Advanced Vaishnava, they'll never show. But in their Harikatha, that's when you are getting the full, effect of their association. When you're with totally open heart and deep feelings of humility, you're hearing that nectar from the mouth of an exalted Mahabhagavad Vaishnava. Oh, when will I one day become like him? When will that happen? This is the process. So sadhu sangha, sarva shastre koi, lava matra, sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. No other method, only by sadhu sangha. Okay, vansha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubheva patitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnava. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga. Jai Nitai, Jaya Gaur, Jaya Nitai, Jaya Gaur. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Jai Parikar Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Jiu Ki Jai Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai Gaur Premanande. Brindai Tulsidev Bhai Priyai Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavachai Namo Nama Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.